The fake hallway projector from Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol was first used with much less sophisticated technology on a 1970 episode of the original TV series. When Ethan and Benji enter the Kremlin after a security problem, they walk right past Kurt Hendricks, aka Cobalt, the primary antagonist of movie. After Kremlin explosion, the Russian government announced that it was an accident caused by gas pipeline. However, in the news, it is told that there is a speculation that blast is caused by sand explosives. Now interestingly, sand can be turned into explosive by heating sand with mixture of magnesium, and when that mixture is cooled down, they add an acid. Blast chain caused by sand explosives are similar to what was shown in Kremlin blast. In Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, the familiar Pixar A113 Easter egg can be seen on the ring of IMF agent Holloway. Ghost Protocol was directed by former Pixar director and animator Brad Bird. For those unaware, A113 is a classroom number at Carl Arts where Brad Bird, John Lester and Tim Burton studied character animation. As an honor, A113 has been inserted into every Pixar movie and dozens of other works of media. When Ethan was at the hospital, he escaped in literally couple of seconds without being seen. But if you focus, you can see in the background when he gets off the bed. You can observe in slow motion there is movement under bed sheet behind Russian agents in just couple of frames. When Ethan escapes from hospital, he is barefoot and shirtless. And action movie lovers know very well that Bruce Willis had that disguise in first Die Hard movie. And as a homage to that, music from Die Hard is used as Ethan escapes from a building shirtless and shoeless. After escaping from hospital, Ethan calls for an evacuation and uses the rendezvous point Alpha 113.
Rendezvous Alpha 113.
Using again famous Easter egg of Pixar animators, which I had already explained. When Ethan was climbing Burj Khalifa, one of the sticky gloves stopped working. The reason why one of the gloves stops working is because Benji forgets to turn it off when he grabs it from the train. The open window from which Ethan climbed out can still be seen as he climbs up the Burj Khalifa. In first Mission Impossible movie, when Ethan arranged a meeting with Max, he has to ask for a matchbox to light a cigarette. And later the henchman who received him gave him a mask to wear. Interestingly, in Ghost Protocol, when he met an arms dealer in Dubai, the same henchman from first movie received him and gave him same mask which was used in first movie. Price of admission remains the same as in the first film in the series. Hendrik bought an obsolete Soviet military satellite from Indian media tycoon Brijnath, and when Hendrik reached at railway station to use his satellite, it was office of Sun TV. Now interestingly, there is really an Indian media group by name of Sun TV. And not just that, on a wall there is a poster of Robot movie which was produced by Sun Media Group. Mission Impossible team really did great efforts in making things as real as possible. When Ethan is driving recklessly on streets of Mumbai, he passes through couple of pedestrians, nearly hitting them with his car. You can hear a mild cursing voice saying "Gadhe Sale." In Hindi, Gada means donkey and Sala has couple of different meanings, and one such meaning is just to call someone with anger. So that pedestrian was simply angry and calling Ethan a donkey because the way he was driving. In the very beginning, when Tom Cruise broke out from a prison, he also rescued another prisoner, Bogdan. Later, Tom Cruise taught prisoner Bogdan how to get down using a cable wire by holding a hook by hand and crossing the wire around his leg to get down the hole. That is a technique used to slow down the speed of coming to ground, so you will not fall down when your feet touches the ground. But later, when Bogdan came down, he wasn't holding cable with his leg. As a result, he fell to the ground. Prisoner Bogdan prison number was 2631. Now interestingly, director Brad Bird's first movie was Iron Giant. Its weekend pre-theater average business was only $2,631. That prison number 2631 was a reference to his Iron Giant movie in a remarkable way. When Ethan removed his disguise of Russian general after getting out, he was wearing Born in the USA t-shirt of the Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA tour, which was in 1984 at the height of the Cold War. The title track was about a Vietnam vet who comes back to the United States. Now, how Mission Impossible is connected with that? Ghost Protocol is about an old Russian scientist trying to get his hand on a nuclear weapon in order to start World War III. Ethan escapes the Kremlin just before it collapses due to explosives. This causes the Russians to suspect the United States and create another Cold War. Mission Impossible is an action flick, and interestingly, primary protagonist Ethan Hunt didn't shoot a single bullet in Ghost Protocol. It was a kind of homage to first Mission Impossible movie, in which Ethan also didn't shoot a single bullet. Ghost Protocol is the only Mission Impossible movie in which Ethan had received 2 missions, first at the phone booth and the second by secretary, which he logged in on the train. In the final moments when Ethan was listening to his new mission, it was about secret organization Syndicate. It was for the first time that Mission Impossible series foreshadowed their future villains, as Syndicate was primary antagonist of Rogue Nation and Fallout. That is all in this video. Thanks for watching, and if you had liked it, do subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up by giving a like to this video. Describe your thoughts in comments and share my channel with your friends. Thanks for watching. This is Convict Lord, and I will see you guys in next video.